Hello everybody, welcome to the classiest cavern on the World Wide Web. I'm your host, Mr. G, with the other host, Mr. J, and we are talking about PlayStation, the massive heap of new games and just new footage and everything that they had to show today at their showcase.
Yep.
There's a lot to talk about, isn't there?
Oh yeah, it was a pretty hype showcase. Kind of sucks for the Silent Hill fans, so.
Yeah, I mean, they keep saying it's going to be at one of these, don't they? It's like last it was Gamescom, it's like, I want them to be right. I mean, how nice would it be to have a new Silent Hill game?
Blue Ball's game studio lives up to their name. I mean, what?
I guess so. On the subject of game franchises, though, that, are making a long-awaited return, big announcement, one of the very first things that we're talking about, the new remake of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, Darth Revan showing up for like 2 seconds out of the blackness.
Oh yeah.
Igniting a lightsaber, and then boom, title drop. That's all we get. We don't know when it's coming out, we don't have any gameplay, nothing. But, knowing that they're at least planning on it, I'm excited.
That's all they needed to show.
Yeah. I mean, I guess personally I'm excited, not just because it's Star Wars and I really like Star Wars, but I think Knights of the Old Republic was one of the first big, sort of critically acclaimed games that I actually was able to play, that I actually got as a gift for Christmas.
Nice. Back in the day.
Yeah, back before BioWare was, to quote honest game trailers, before they were bought by the American devil EA.
Oh god.
It's nice to see that thing that they did, there's going to be a remake of that. Not that I have that much else to say about it, because we don't know anything else about it. The CGI for the cinema, looks nice, but, whether the game's going to look like that or not, who knows. Anyway, that's all we know for the new Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
What was the next one? The next one was Forespoken, wasn't it?
It was Project Eve, man. How can you skip over the most hype shit I saw at this thing, besides God of War?
I don't know, man. I've seen so many games that look like that. It's just hard for me to get excited for that,
I guess so. I don't know.
You go into GameStop and on the TV, it's, you got all the
Oh my god.
That music in the background, and you see a bunch of, third person sort of JRPG looking thing. I don't know. I've seen a million of them.
Yeah, in this case it would be a KRPG, because this is made by a Korean studio.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Finally, South Korea is pulling out the good stuff, competing with Japan and China.
Yeah, good Korea.
Oh god.
You don't see Kim Jong-un coming out with any third-person action games, do you?
Oh yeah.
Not yet, anyway. If he wants to compete on the world stage, that'd be a good way for him to do so. But
I wonder if North Korea will ever consider making a video game to indoctrinate people into their cause or something.
Yeah, you're gonna be able to play as Kim Jong-un. He's gonna be very muscular. It's basically gonna be a texture swap for Doom. Double barrel shotgun and glory kills to take out defectors.
Defectors and the capitalist pigs of the world. Anyways, I thought Project Eve was pretty cool looking. It kind of combines Nier Automata, some Dark Souls elements, and it's just pretty unique. Even Devil May Cry looking mechanics, which I'm all for it, to be honest. I think it looks pretty unique. I think everyone was excited because they're like, oh, it's called Project Eve. So is this related to Parasite Eve? Because, everyone's wanting a new Parasite Eve game, but that franchise kind of died already because the first 2 games were good and then the third game kind of shit itself. So people have been just really wanting a reboot or something. But I don't know. I think it looks like a decent character action game, honestly. I think I'm looking forward to trying it out at some point.
Yeah. I am looking forward to watching you trying it out and never playing it myself. Probably. But yeah, the one after that, was the one after that Forespoken, or is there another KRPG that I'm forgetting about?
No, it's Tiny Tina's Wonderlands or something.
Oh, that's right, the Borderlands spin-off. Oh, that's another one
yeah.
that I looked at for a second and thought to myself, another one. I mean, people like Tiny Tina. I mean, this isn't the first one, the first expansion / game they've had with her sort of messing around. They had another one that was like a Dungeons and Dragons sort of homage or rip-off, depending on how cynical you feel about it at any given time. But yeah, so I mean, it looks like Borderlands, just another one, to be completely honest. Yeah, fighting a bunch of weird monsters. Some of the monsters look really cool, and at the same time, I mean, I don't know, man. I've seen too much of that franchise, and I don't trust Randy Pitchford.
Okay.
He lies too much, I'm sorry. I don't know, it looks alright, though. That's all I got to say about it.
Same. I kind of find the Tiny Tina really annoying, though.
Yeah, it's a very acquired taste. It's sort of like a lot of things in Borderlands, like Claptrap. You know, it's like...
Oh, God. That just sounds like an SCD.
Jesus. I mean, I guess so. Jesus. Sorry, that threw off my train of thought. Yeah, Claptrap. I mean, but that's the thing. It's like there's a lot of like annoying attitudes, sort of. It's funny in small doses, but after a while, it just sort of grates on your soul. So, you know, I'm sure the gunplay's fun. I'm sure there's some very interesting little guns you can find randomly, procedurally generated in chests and stuff, you know, looter shooter stuff. And if the previous games are anything to go on, I do appreciate that, if nothing else, the Borderlands games, despite being looter shooters, have not bought into the whole loot box microtransaction thing. So hopefully this one keeps that going, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say, are we finally at Forespoken?
It's weird. It's like some girl gets transported to some weird medieval world or something, some fantasy world.
Yeah, she's getting bullied by a bunch of leopard print mean girls, and then she's got a really fancy bracelet that looks like something you get from Chico's that talks to her, and she's got magic powers. I don't know. The one thing I don't like the gameplay looks fun. Like, you know, that's a running theme with most of these games. The gameplay looks really great, but I don't know. It's like, it's just the personality. It's that quippy, you know, Marvel sort of like, you know, always say something to fill the blank space sort of thing. You know what I mean? It's just she's always got some little clap back or something to say. It's just like, ugh, another one of these. It's like, can we have more world-weary characters that then develop, like, you know?
We need more silent protagonists and
we need another
environmental
Gordon
storytelling. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
More stoic characters.
I mean, it looks fun, you know. It's, you know, hey man, it's Skyrim with magic. Oh wait, no, that's just Skyrim. I don't know. How would you describe it?
I would describe this as a more woke God of War or something. Coming of age God of War or something.
Coming of age God of War. Yeah, because it is third person. There's a lot of traversal stuff that looks really interesting in that, you know, using magic to like grapple onto things and transport yourself across places.
Everything looks pretty smooth, and everything looks like it looks all. I mentioned this before, before we started recording, but it reminds me a lot of the Unreal Engine tech demo they showed when they were like announcing the PS5 for the first time.
Yeah, the I think Lumen in the Land of Nanite is what they called it, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Now I get what you're saying. Yeah, it does look very nice. But I mean, again, it's just I know so little about it. Despite showing gameplay, there's so little that I know about it that it's hard for me to get invested at this point. Yeah,
but it should be fun, or it should be interesting to look where this game goes.
I think the next one, the return of Alan Wake.
Actually,
the remaster.
No, it was Rainbow Six Extraction.
Okay, so we can just skip forward to Alan Wake then, is what you're saying.
Exactly. I mean, what is there to say about Rainbow Six? It's just same old. I mean, it's just Siege with a bunch of aliens, basically. Yeah,
it's kind of a Metal Gear Survive situation. It's like, let's take a game that's about tactics and being super deliberate in your actions and strategic and thinking on your feet, and just shove a bunch of blood-sucking monsters in it as the enemies instead.
Basically.
Didn't they name it like it was
used
originally
to be Quarantine.
Called something else, didn't they? Yeah, very poor choice of words, isn't it? You know.
Well, I mean, this was they announced it before the pandemic hit, and then everything went to shit with Corona, and they had to change it. Yeah. I mean, they had to be sensitive to the times. But yeah, after this we have Alan Wake, so we can skip straight to that.
Yeah, and Alan Wake represents the start of a trend that I'm noticing, like, through this presentation. It's like they've got a lot of announcements for games that are new, but a lot of the major highlights were games that have been out for close to, if not a decade now. Like Alan Wake, you know, a remaster of this, you know, and a lot of people really like Alan Wake and a lot of Quantum Dream stuff, you know. I know a lot of people liked Quantum Break.
Yeah, they made Control, Quantum Break.
I do remember that in the original game, they signed like a license deal with, I think it was like Energizer batteries or something.
Oh god.
So Yeah, so that some of the batteries would be labeled. I think the funny thing was, though, that the batteries it's like there was no difference between the two batteries. So the generic batteries lasted just as long as the name brand batteries that were advertised in the game.
Oh my god.
So I guess
hilarious.
it's a good thing. So I guess you should just go for the great value pack since it costs less. You're going to get the same thing out of it. So I don't know, kind of a bad marketing move on their part.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, wasn't there like T-Mobile was advertising in that game too? That game had a lot of product placement. I noticed.
Oh god, I don't even know.
I don't know. Well, hopefully this one doesn't have that, or they remove it this time around, or I don't know. Maybe they update it. It's like now, in order to move around the map, he can call an Uber or something.
Oh my god. Dude, that's just so dystopian. It's like, oh, just use this random real world service or business solution, and
I was just thinking, because like Quantum Break, they had advertising for Nissan super heavy in that game. Like every car that was driving around was like a new model Nissan, whether it was like a Nissan Z or a Nissan Murano or something.
Speaking of product placement, we have GTA 5 right after that.
Oh yeah, the game that refuses to die, just like Skyrim and Minecraft and a few others.
It's like, how many times can you re-release GTA 5 or just play it over and over again until you just get tired of it? It just always looks like the same goddamn game. It's like,
well, that's the funny thing about it. It's like they were advertising, oh, look at all these amazing new graphics. It's like, it's looked the same since like 2014. Like, it doesn't look any different than it looked like when it came out, honestly.
Exactly, yeah.
It's like, ooh, there's a few more lens flares. It's like, I didn't see any graphical improvement is all I'm saying, between this and like the PlayStation 4 version.
I think that's intentional. It's like they're just re-releasing it because they're just greedy and just want to keep milking the people who know are gonna get it because they just show for GTA with all their might. And I mean, I understand there's a huge like gamer base for GTA 5 and GTA Online. So
yeah, Strauss Zelnick wants that extra money, and he knows that GTA is the biggest couch cow in entertainment media ever. So why not jump on it?
It's ridiculous, though.
I mean, here's the thing, too. I don't even think they've added fishing to the game yet.
Oh my god.
Because that Skyrim's anniversary's being claimed. You can fish now in Skyrim Anniversary.
Oh my
god. But you can't do that in GTA 5. Step your game up, Rockstar. It's like, we know you're better than this. Oh, well. I mean, I'm probably going to play it. At least a little bit.
I'm not. Actually. Fuck GTA. I don't think I ever liked GTA, to be honest. Not even the older games or even GTA 5. I just kind of found it really boring, and I don't know. It just didn't seem for me. I don't gain pleasure from committing a bunch of like felonies and crimes and shit. I guess I'm not enough of a sociopath to enjoy GTA 5 is what I'm saying.
I mean, you need them to be condoned, like crimes against humanity, like say Call of Duty. Then it's, as long as you're given the green light by a government agency, then it's,
as long as they provide all those medals, then yeah, that's it was worth it.
Yeah, as long as I get my prestige and I can get my gold gun, it's like, yeah, however many Russians or like Central Americans need to go down, it's like, it's fine.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, so new GTA, the same GTA we've had since almost a decade now. We've had the same GTA.
Yeah.
Very exciting. Again, well, they do promise a few new things. They promise new like missions and stuff, and they're gonna add some additions and everything. But it's like, I mean, it's like, it's like, I get it, but it's whatever. It's like you've released the game like 3 times now. It's like either come out with the next one or just or don't. At this point, You've already made more money than every other video game ever made. And apparently that's not enough. I'm going to jump a little bit ahead just to keep on the topic of re-releasing old games. This time, though, as we were discussing earlier, a little bit more justified. Uncharted 4: A Thief's End is going to be coming to the PlayStation 5, like an enhanced version is coming to the PlayStation 5, as well as the PC, the personal computer, for the first time, if I'm not mistaken. Or I might be mistaken. I don't know. I just know that this is a big deal for a lot of people, because people really like Uncharted 4.
Yeah, well, I think, didn't they release Uncharted Collection on PC recently?
That's why I'm not sure, because I thought for a second they did. I was like, did they? I don't know. Maybe. Oh, well. But yeah, a lot of people are excited for this. And, for the PC, I mean, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That is exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good game. I really liked Uncharted 4 when I played it back in the day. Finally excited to play it at a playable frame rate, 60 frames and more.
Do you think it's a good Crash Bandicoot emulator?
Oh god. Oh yeah, because I literally have the game. Literally a mini game in the game.
Maybe, I was going to say, considering they're doing a remaster for it, maybe they put the Insane Trilogy in instead.
Oh my god.
Like to fill its place.
Maybe, I don't even know.
I mean, it's cool, but again, this just highlights, it's like a huge part of the show is just like, hey, here's all this stuff you used to be able to play with some moister looking skin textures and a slightly higher frame rate.
Oh yeah.
But it's like of all the games to rehash, where the hell is Bloodborne? Like, please make a 60 frames per second version or an ultra high definition version. And it's like they're still not, come on, Sony. You know what the people want.
Hey man, ask From Software. They're too busy with Elden Ring. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they figured if one of their games doesn't do well, they'll just re-release Bloodborne remastered and they'll make a shit ton of money that way.
Yeah, I mean, they should do it anyway. I mean, get Blue Point, because they did Demon Souls. It's like, why don't they should just go that route if they're going to do it, you know? From jumping back, gonna give you Whiplash for going back, because I might have skipped over one, but Ghostwire Tokyo is the next one on my list.
Oh yeah, we skipped it, but yeah, I'm looking, it looks pretty interesting. I like the whole, they're adding a bunch of like Japanese urban legends and shit into the game, and you're basically fighting up all those urban legends as enemy types, like the Slender Man looking people, the really tall lady in the white dress that has long hair. Oh, they even have like her name is Sadako. She's basically like a toilet. It was some girl. It was like an urban legend of some girl who died in a toilet at an elementary school back in the day or something. It's a really weird urban legend.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say she was a toilet goddess or something.
Well, she kind of is. She's kind of like a ghost that just haunts like the toilets at like elementary schools, and people, they came up with that urban legend to scare kids and say like going home after school so they don't stay too long. Yeah, basically it's the poop ghost.
I was gonna say, well, that's very intimidating, the poop demon.
Oh yeah.
That's what they should have as the subtitle for it. It shouldn't be Ghostwire Tokyo. It should be Ghostwire Poop Demon.
Exactly.
I'd play Ghostwire Poop Demon. I'm gonna say that. I don't know. For some reason, like seeing the gameplay that they were showing, I was less scared this time around than like with the other footage that they've shown. I don't know why.
I mean, I don't think it's meant to be like a horror game. It's more just kind of like supernatural, like
spooky.
Yeah, just spooky.
Spooky, yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot that what's her face worked on it, and
yeah, because this was the game, wasn't it? That was spooky.
Yeah, she worked on it, but I don't even know if she's involved anymore. So, but I mean,
well, she did most of the marketing for the game with that one word, didn't she?
Oh yeah, exactly.
That game's been on our minds ever since because of that.
Yeah.
I mean, it does look fun though.
Yeah, hopefully it lives up to what we're seeing. I mean, the graphics don't look the best. The character model at least don't look the best, but I don't know. Hopefully it'll be unique enough, I guess.
The next one, another one. This one I actually do have some words to say about. Guardians of the Galaxy. They were showing some more gameplay footage of it, and sort of following along the lines of the, everybody's got to make a little quip. Everything's got to be a joke. Ha ha ha. It's just like, I was annoyed by that. But I do have to say, since the last time I saw it, it seems like the graphics have improved.
Just slightly.
Like, it seems like they've optimized it and it looks a little bit better. Like, things that are shiny, whereas before they were really flat, look a little shinier now, You can see the glint in Star-Lord's eyes a little bit more,
Yeah, I don't know. Character models still look like they're straight out of, like, early PS4 era, though.
Yeah, a little bit. It's like the animations look all right. I mean, overall, I think it looks better, and I mean, it's definitely going to be better than Marvel's Avengers, if only because it's not a live service game, and it's got a heavy like single player focus.
Oh yeah.
And Rocket Raccoon has a goatee with beads in it, so that's cool.
Oh yeah.
That's the highlight for me. He's got a goatee with beads in it. I don't know. That's about all I do have to say. I was thinking I had a lot to say about it, but.
Oh,
that's about all I have to say. They have like the clips are annoying, and it looks.
Did you see the part in the game where it looks like it's straight out of like Star Fox, like where they're using the ship to like shoot around and stuff? It literally reminds me of Star Fox.
Oh yeah, they're spinning around and everything. Yeah.
I wonder if they'll do a barrel roll joke during that part or something.
Yeah, one of the characters is probably going to go. Actually, it's an aileron roll.
Oh
in real. It's going to be somebody like that, and then I Am Groot is going to come out of it, you know. So yeah, that looks, I mean, it's whatever, you know.
I don't have much to say either.
Deathloop, more footage of that. We've seen so much of Deathloop. Oh my god, we've seen so much of that game. It seems like. But, I mean, you know, it's still fun. It's kind of a roguelike in a way, isn't it? Because you have to, like, you die and restart, and you just have to figure it out. I mean, is it technically a roguelike?
Kind of. I guess you'll learn things as you keep dying and stuff.
Yeah. So it's like a puzzle game / roguelike, where you just sort of piece stuff together and, well, a much more violent, you know, puzzle game.
Yeah.
You know, pedal to the metal action. There's not a lot of stealth thing that they're showing nowadays in comparison to other games that Arcane's worked on, like Prey and, you know, the Dishonored series. I mean, a lot of the weapons look fun, and at the very least, the atmosphere, that sort of weird, sort of Art Deco / 1970s sort of look that they're going for.
The Cold War vibes.
Yeah, it is very Cold War, isn't it? It does look fun, and it's an exclusive to PlayStation and PC. I'm pretty sure it was the last deal, like they made this deal basically immediately before the Bethesda buyout by Microsoft.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, we'll see what happens. I don't know, maybe the sequel, or I don't know, maybe Microsoft can pull a big deal or like pay Sony a lot of money. You know. I mean, it wouldn't be the first quote-unquote PlayStation exclusive that found its way to the Xbox. I mean, No Man's Sky, Nier Automata, you know, Hellblade, like a bunch of, you know, Crash Bandicoot, a bunch of those games have slowly seeped their way over to Xbox, so we'll see. But yeah, looking exciting. I'll see it in a week, I guess. The next one. So I don't know how to pronounce this name. TCHIA. Chia? Chia? I don't know how to say it. But it's that one where she's floating around like Zelda, you know? With a hang glider.
I mean, it seems pretty self-explanatory, just adventure type game, Moana type vibes, and just Zelda inspiration, I guess.
Yeah, it felt very Zelda with that, you know, hang glider sort of thing she was doing with the leaf. Was it the leaf?
Probably, or some weird hang glider thingy. Oh, you can turn into animals or some weird shit too.
Oh yeah, that's the other game that it kind of seemed to compare with, is Mario Odyssey is what I was thinking. They're basically nicking all Nintendo's good ideas, it feels like.
Oh yeah, essentially.
So where she can take over the consciousness of another being and just run around as a seagull or, you know, a pig or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, we're basically getting down to the wire. We're getting down to the big exciting ones, aren't we?
Oh yeah.
So the first of the big three, that's like Gran Turismo 7, which I have got words about Gran Turismo 7. Oh boy, do I.
Let's hear it.
Well, for the first thing, we actually have like a more solid release date. It's going to be, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's March of next year. So it's very early next year. It's nice to know that we have a day when they're having it come out. It looks gorgeous, which can be expected, and they were really pushing hard with ray tracing for this game, which, yeah, I mean, you see the reflections in it. It looks spectacular. I was excited to see all the new cars that they're showing. A lot of them are concept cars, like, you know, they have that exotic Porsche 917 tribute car. There was some funky looking jet fighter like Lamborghini that they had in there. And then there's also like a bunch of classics that, you know, haven't been really in Gran Turismo before. They had the Di Tommaso Mangusta, which is this really fancy Italian supercar from the late 60s. Fun fact, it was called the Mangusta because that's the Italian word for mongoose, and the mongoose is one of the only animals that hunts down and eats cobras as food. And the premise of it was it was going to be like a killer for the Shelby Cobra sports car, was the idea behind it.
Me gusta.
Yeah. So they only showed like a snippet of it, of the logo that they have for the car, but knowing that it's in the game at all, so exciting. And then the last thing is we finally got confirmation that Ferrari's going to be in it. We got a couple of seconds of Ferrari gameplay, which is a big thing because that's a hard license to get, and
they probably called up Daddy Sony and they were like, help us get the Ferrari license. And Daddy Sony was just like,
I mean, yeah, that's the thing.
Rest assured, my child, you will have what you desire, because we all know Sony is becoming one of those big-ass conglomerates that's going to basically be on par with Disney and shit.
Yeah. And I mean, well, they do also have to compete with all these other, they got to compete with Assetto Corsa and Forza and all these other, more realistic racing games. I know there's a lot of debate. Anybody watching this is gonna, well, actually, it's not really a simulator, it's more of a simcade, or, all the eggheads in the comments. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna say realistic racer, you know, because that's what they're trying to be somewhat realistic at the very least, you know. So yeah, Gran Turismo's looking sick. The one thing I really hate though, it's like, for God's sake, it's like, just Polyphony, just let us remove the front license plate on the cars.
Oh god.
It's like they keep putting that license plate with the logo for the automobile, and it's like I know it's a Miata, that's why I picked it to drive. It's like, I don't need this big black square in the front with Miata written on top.
Oh yeah.
I wish they would stop doing that or give an option to take it off. Ugh. It's one of those things in racing games that just is a bee in my bonnet, you know, just a petty nickel. But anyway, looks fun anyway. Next one, this is like second to last, right? Spiderman 2.
Spiderman.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. With Venom.
Yeah, Venom's going to be in it. I'm very excited about that. Hopefully they have Mysterio as well. That'd be really cool.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope.
Especially considering his film, you know, appearances and stuff.
We're gonna get some Doc Ock action though.
Oh, that'd be sick. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to go on. There's just, you know, it's supposedly PlayStation 5, like it was all recorded on a PS5, but there wasn't any real gameplay that they were showing, was there? It was just like, here's Peter Parker and Miles Morales, and here's Venom, and
Peter Piper.
Peter Piper pecked a pan of, I don't know, insects to suck the juices out of. Because he's Spider-Man, Spider-Man. And that is what spiders do. Murder insects and suck out their guts after liquefying them.
Okay.
Nature's gross,
Jesus.
man. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, we didn't really see much of it, did we?
It is.
Like for the game.
Nope.
Nah.
Plus we got that Wolverine teaser.
That is true. We also did get the Wolverine teaser, didn't we? Also very light on, actually, no gameplay at all. It was all pre-rendered, wasn't it?
Pretty much. Just chilling out of the bar and then pulling out the claws and shit.
Those adamantium spiky boys.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, there's not much going on that. No release date. I'm guessing that one's years and years away, probably, if they're just showing a pre-rendered trailer.
I can imagine it's probably maybe 2023, just like the new Spider-Man 2 game.
Yeah, there is something we have a lot more to go off of, though, and that is, well, I have it labeled in here, Boy of Dad Ragnarok.
Boy Simulator 2022.
It's coming out. I don't know when it's coming out. That's funny. I saw this, and I could have sworn I remembered all the dates, but now we come to the video. It's like I've got dementia or something. All the dates and stuff I forget.
No, they didn't announce a release date, but it might come out later next year or something.
They better. It's like it is nice to them that they're using a lot of gameplay footage, which I like, you know. And,
oh yeah, it was mostly gameplay.
I do like how he's got the chain swords that he's rocking again. The square triangle combo is back in business.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's square triangle, you know.
Oh yeah.
Slash, bam.
Bang.
That thing's back, which is nice.
Oh yeah.
As far as I can tell, they're fighting Thor, right? And Thor's acting like he's gonna quick draw them at the end of the trailer, like it's the Old West.
Pretty much.
Thor and Loki. Oh my God, is this an Avengers crossover? Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm just wondering, are we ever gonna get the mini game, the vase shaking mini game, if you know what I mean?
Oh, the sex worker opportunity. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It seems like the game's, hey man, that's not part of the mature hairy dad game.
Okay.
It's not part of...
Come on, man.
He's grown up. He's grown out of his sexual phase, but he hasn't grown out of his horrible violence phase yet.
I guess we're working towards that.
I do like the decapitated head that spits something out of his mouth before he makes a snarky comment at Kratos. That was good.
Oh yeah.
That's probably my highlight for the whole event.
Yeah. Yep. And this just goes to show that they're basically doing a really good rebranding of God of War to make it more of a likable character compared to his past.
I bet this one's going to focus more on Boy himself, you know, as opposed to Kratos.
Maybe.
I mean, because at the very end there's a new character, potential love interest for Boy Queef or whatever. What's that hairstyle? Faux hawk? What's it called? I don't know why I said Queef. That sounds like a weird hairstyle. Anyway, Queef of Boy Ragnarok is going to be hopefully coming out sometime next year. But yeah, that's basically it. There were no new Horizon Zero Dawn footage. You know, we didn't see any of that. I'm kind of shocked. It's like, it seemed like there were a few things that were kind of missing, didn't it?
Silent Hill, Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, new. Well, I mean, but do you even want a new Metal Gear if it's going to be through Konami? Like, let's be real. Do we?
Hey man, they can always license it to a third-party studio, and Sony can just be the intermediary.
Oh, maybe they license it to Sony, and that way Kojima gets to. Maybe Kojima finally gets to finish Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain.
Oh my god, that's what we're all hoping, man. But it's never gonna happen.
Hope can drive a man insane, as we've learned through most of Konami's intellectual properties as of late.
And then you've got people like Mr. Hassan Karaman, who just fucking plays on people's like hopes and dreams and just trolls the fuck out of us just to tease a really shitty game.
Yeah. It's like, at least when Kojima did it, he did it with a game we knew would be good. You know?
Yeah, or he kind of did it
at least when he trolled us.
He trolled in a playful, like, we're all in on the joke kind of way, and then you have people like Hassan who are just like fucking legit, just like breaking people's trust, and just like,
yeah, it's like
he's basically a scam artist.
Yeah, it's like, unless you come out and like explain to us how it's because you breathed through your skin or some nonsense, we're not going to have any of it.
Exactly.
I mean, that basically covers it though, doesn't it? It's like, you know, it's a lot of big stuff, a lot of stuff that's big from like 10 years ago that's coming back.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, more Boy of Dad, more Gran Turismo, new Spider-Man, no Horizon Forbidden West, but
that game's coming out soon enough. We know what to expect with that, so.
And after seeing this, you guys at home, you know what to expect from this channel. A bunch of terrible content. And if you like terrible content, make sure to click that like button. If you don't, click that dislike button. Or don't. Oh, please don't. We would hate it. Wink, wink. Please boost our engagement, baby. I don't... Anyway.
Just make a bunch of Mio Honda videos criticizing us for every little thing we do.
Send some unsolicited dick pics. We don't care.
Oh, God.
Don't send us that, please. All right, so this has been us discussing Sony's big showcase. If you liked this, if you want to see more stuff like this, be sure to like this video, comment on this video about if you think we're right or wrong, or if we're idiots for not remembering the release dates. Be sure to leave those comments. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, ring the bell so that you can see content from us as soon as possible. And yeah, other than that, we will see you next time on the classiest cavern on the World Wide Web.
Stay swanky.